Hey, what's going on YouTube? TakaTanakaGiants here with a 2-package mail day for you guys. Got 2 cards. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. But in the background today I have some corn on the cob. I got this from one of my coworkers. The nice sweet hookup. So yeah, 6, 7, 8 of them I think in there. So pretty cool. But I want to show that to you guys because I like corn on the cob. And also I wanted to get into a couple things, or a few things actually. First, Masahiro Tanaka. Really sucks that he's down and on the disabled list. So hopefully his rehabilitation goes well. I'm trying to stay as optimistic as possible. I think most of Japan is as well. But I don't know, it's not really looking too good. So whatever happens, I hope things work out for him and he can get back on the mound as quickly as possible. So my condolences out to the Yankees fans out there. I'm not necessarily a Yankees fan, but I do support the Japanese players, and I'd like to see him come back and pitch well. So, you know, there's a pretty big difference, especially for pitchers pitching in the Japanese league and the major league, especially with the pitching schedule. Over here in Japan, they usually pitch on a 6-day or 7-day cycle, whereas in the States, it's 4 to 5, depending on how the rotation is set up. And that's quite a bit of strain, also considering that the season is much longer. And unfortunately, we've seen a lot of baseball players, or at least a lot of Japanese baseball pitchers, not perform too well after the All-Star break, and it has a lot to do with fatigue, in my opinion. And I think it just caught up to Tanaka a little early. So hopefully things work out well for him, and looking forward to him getting back on the mound. Also, LeBron, I read in the news this morning that he's going back to the Cavs. So that was a long played-out drama once again, so we'll see how that plays out. I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to go back to the team, and you got all these people like celebrating his return, the return of the king, etc., etc. I don't really know how I'd feel about that. If, for example, if somebody of that type of caliber played for the Padres and then just kind of blew us off in the offseason and said, and basically, you know, I'm leaving, made a whole scene out of it. I'm leaving, I'm going to the Yankees, for example, or a big market team, and then winning some World Series and then coming back to the Padres. I'm not really sure how I'd feel about that. But I'm sure there's a lot of people on Google right now trying to figure out, how do I unburn a jersey? So I just thought that was pretty funny. We'll see how the season plays out, but it should be a pretty interesting one. And then the last one, we got World Cup. I think that's either happening today or tomorrow. I'm not really sure with the time difference and everything. I haven't really been able to catch any of the games live because they all play out like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not all about that early morning hours. So I always catch the highlights. But it's Argentina versus Germany. My money's on Germany. They're just such an aggressive team, ball hoarders, and I just don't really see Argentina pulling off a win if Messi isn't on top of his game. So basically, if he doesn't carry the team, I don't really see them pulling off a win. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things play out. And it should be a really interesting World Cup final. So this has been a good series this time around, especially for the U.S. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to babble about. I apologize, guys. But let's go ahead and get into the 2 cards that I got in. First one, this is actually coming from a 2014, excuse me, Famous Fabrics Making of America. And this is a pretty interesting set if you guys have seen some of the box breaks. I believe it's like a 2-card thing where it's like one base card that's really low numbered, and then you have a cut auto, 1-of-1 cut auto, I think, in every single box. And so there's some pretty interesting ones that I've seen pop up, and ones that I've missed out on bidding, which is really just really bothers me a lot. Some really cool and interesting ones from not necessarily players, but just from some people in history that are pretty interesting. But this one I have here is of an actress. Let me go and pull it up for you guys. Excuse me. It says many thanks, and it's Betty White. Pretty cool. So I just wanted to get this one, and not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I think I'll probably just hold on to this one because it's Betty White. I think it's kind of cool. So Betty White for the win. I do like her a lot. I think she's funny. And then the last one I got is just a monster card. This is pretty nasty. From 2006 Topps Sterling. You don't see too many of these at all. But this is one of the autographed parallels. Jersey autograph numbered 6 of 10 of George Brett. This is a nasty, nasty card. So I got it in the original team bag and the magnetic, and I guess the guy actually used that kind of stick-on tape, and a 6 of 10. But pretty nasty stuff. This is 1988, 12-time All-Star game 1988. Mr. George Brett. Pretty solid looking card. It's probably going straight to eBay. Just gonna throw it for a high price and see what kind of offers I get. But yeah, pretty cool. I saw this for a pretty decent price, so I decided to pick it up and see what I can get for it in return. But this one here, I think I'm gonna hold on to. I got this one for, I think this is only for like 15 bucks. I don't know. Probably with shipping, it's like 17, 18 bucks. But I thought I couldn't go wrong with that kind of price. Especially Betty White 101 auto. I think it's kind of cool. So if you guys have an opportunity, I highly recommend you guys check out some of the autographs in this product. You might find something that's maybe a little interesting to you. You know, if you're into finance, for example, or politics, you might find an interesting cut auto. There was a cut auto that finished like 2 hours ago while I was at work, while I was here, and I was in a lesson. I couldn't bid on it, and it pisses me off because I forgot about it. But it's from the guy. I can't remember his actual name. I feel bad. It's like Broshan. I can't remember, but he's a Supreme Court justice from the 1880s, and it was a cut auto, just like this really, old paper, and it looked really nice, and it sold for like $14, like $15. I'll leave a link down below, I guess, in the description box. But kind of irks me a little bit that I couldn't get in on that. I should have put in a bit earlier on, but just one of those things, You always kind of wait to the last minute. Hopefully you don't want to drive up the price too early, and sometimes you just completely forget about it. So, excuse me, that's my loss there. But anyways, guys, so that's my mail day. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's pretty nasty. I think they're pretty cool. And that's some pretty nice corn. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching as always, and happy soccer viewing. Talk to you later. Peace. Bye-bye.